Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are doing another finishing series I'm in the middle of, or at least making progress of series I'm in the middle of, because I don't think any of the series I'm planning on finishing today are finished themselves. I won't lie. But yes, this is fantasy edition. There's too many fantasy series I am in the middle of, and my TBR this month, my TBR jar video means I have to start 2 more fantasy series. So I kind of need to get stuff up to date at least. So with a few, I've already picked the books that I'm going to be reading this video. So I do want to read Daughter of the Siren Queen. I don't know if this is a duology or if there's a third one either coming out soon or what. But yeah, I read Daughter of the Pirate King, I think it's 2 months ago now. So I want to finish this one. And then we have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I read Powerless and Powerful last month. Obviously we have Reckless, and then we'll have Fearless next year. I don't know if we're getting another novella in between, but yeah, at least these will be up to date as far as I'm aware. If not, potentially finished. I might need to Google that before I actually get into this part of the video. And also I've already started this, the dust jacket's off, but I want to read as well The Ashes and the Starcase King. And by want to read, I've just said I've already started it. Yeah, I got like 50 pages through this last night. First of all, how beautiful. Just how beautiful. Yes, this one, Vale has just ended the building. Thank God. If you watch my wrap up, you will know. I was like, I really hope Vale's in this book because I loved him in the novella. So Vale has just arrived, like literally like a chapter or 2 ago. I'm only on chapter 7 for being on like, well, I suppose that's not too bad. Chapter 7, 50 pages, that's not bad. Yeah, this is a thick old boy. It's like nearly 600 pages, I think. But I'm really excited to read this. I'm hoping to get a big chunk of this read today. My thoughts so far are that I feel really bad for Oriah because she is just grieving. And I genuinely don't know how the relationship can be fixed. I really do not know, because how she feels towards Wayne at the minute, I couldn't see past that. I definitely couldn't. So I don't know how they're going to resolve that. But I do also feel bad for Rain because he's in a position that he does not want to be in at all and does not feel prepared to be in. And it's quite triggering for him because he's in a place where he was really badly abused. So yeah, there's a lot of thoughts going on. There's a lot of questions. I also don't see how in this many pages, really, for there to be any resolve to what Rain has promised Oriah. Yeah, they're my thoughts in the first 50 pages. So yeah, these are the books for today's video. Obviously not going to be reading all of these today, that would be a lot. So stick around if you want to see what my thoughts are on these books, I guess. Okay, I have not read much today. I think I've read about 60 pages. I'm on page 110. I had wanted to get like over halfway through this book today. But I've been, well, I don't know if you can see, there's like a little dark shadow there. That is a paint sample. So there's 3 different parts of my room with paint samples. And also 2 extra parts which are like next to the skirting board with the samples that I'm like thinking of going for. Because this room is going to be repainted at some point. So I was doing those. My mum came over to have a look at them to give me her opinion. I had a nap when I was halfway through reading this, to be honest. Not halfway through reading it, but you know what I mean. And then I ended up on FaceTime with my friend for like over an hour. And we ended up playing a game where one of us gave the other a word. The other one had to sing whatever song was the first song that came to their head for that word, which we did the other night as well. So I've had a very giddy hour and a half. So it's like 7 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet. I've just chucked the oven on. And I have not read much of this book. Every time I picked it up, it's not that I'm not into the book, because I am. It's the second part of the story. Like, I am invested in what's happening. I just haven't got any concentration at the minute for some reason. I just want to like play the like mind walk games that I have on my phone, of which I have many. And I think it's just so big. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm on page 111, chapter 15. Obviously I don't really want to like tell you where I'm at, because I don't know if it's spoilers, but we're at a point where there's a little bit of an alliance starting. I'll just say that. So that's interesting. That might be the way things are gonna maybe start getting better. I don't know. I don't see how it can get better. I don't know. We will see. We will absolutely see. But I just thought I would do an update because I hadn't done an update at all since introing the video this morning. I just haven't read much. I don't know why. Last month, I feel like this month I'm gonna not read even half of what I read last month because like apparently my brain is not in it. But we'll see. It's only the 5th as of the day I'm filming this. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and read some of this while I wait for the oven to heat up / my mini pizza to cook because I cannot be bothered to sort anything. So Chicago Time mini pizza is my go-to when I don't know what I have for tea. And I will update you when I've made some decent progress because this is pitiful. 2 days and that's all I've read. Pitiful. I'm like nearly 200 pages in. I'm on 175 currently. It's still like, it looks like I've not even made a dent. Oh, gee, that's a lot to read tomorrow. I have many feelings about this so far, and I can't say any of them because they're all spoilers. But all I'm saying is my thoughts about Vincent in the first book, which I don't think I've even really said out loud, rather than I didn't really trust him. I feel like I'm right. He is so moral. I don't think morally grey is even the correct way to describe Vincent. I feel like Septimus, obviously we don't trust him. That's just a given. But I think there's more going on there. Possibly than he is letting on. We've had like a little hint of something, and I won't say what it is, but I think something is going to happen with Septimus. I'm having loads of feelings for Araya. Like I feel her pain, I feel her shame, I feel her guilt. Like you just like she is going through it at the minute, and I think there's so much that she has to come to terms with, and so many things that she has to that she is coming to realize. And I just feel so bad for her because she must be so confused and angry, and yeah, there's a lot going on. So I'm really enjoying this so far. I think my brain just cannot like get myself to concentrate. I don't know. I also am like, it's like nearly 10 o'clock. I need to go up to bed. I really cannot be bothered to get up. I get to a time of night where I'm like, I just need someone here who can carry me upstairs. And I don't have anyone to carry me. I am unfortunately not 5. My dad cannot just carry me up and tuck me in. I don't even live with my dad. Right. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to read some more in bed. And then I will see you tomorrow with another update for how we're getting on with this. I'm going to try and read the rest tomorrow. I'm going to just try and read loads. I look horrendous right now. Anyway, I'm like nearly halfway through. I'm on like 263. So yeah, I'm very, very nearly halfway through. I am definitely liking Rain a lot more in this book. And we're at a point now where, yeah, I do really like Rain. I'm now not sure how I feel about Vale. No, I love Vale. I do love Vale. But I feel like he could go either way now in like for or against Rain and Araya. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And I really hope we still like him by the end of this book. Because I loved him in the novella. But I suppose it is one of those things where it's like everyone's out for their own means. So there's not really one bad guy because everyone's doing bad things for their own goals, really. So everyone is morally grey in this book, pretty much. There was no one bad guy because everyone is doing bad things to different people. But that just kind of makes it really interesting, and it makes the characters very interesting and all the dynamics between them. yeah, that's where we're at currently. Yeah, I'm loving the enemies are less enemizing at the minute between Rain and Oriah. Finally, we have this much left to go. We got slightly close. We've had 2 little forays into something that could have turned into something more. So we have this much left for some sort of smutty scene to happen. I don't think there's going to be much. I think it's going to be kind of like book 1, where it's like 1 smutty scene. Was it only 1? Pretty much was. Like 1 or 2 or something like that. I don't know. But like, yeah. Anyway, I will get back to you with another spoiler-free update when I can. I can't even begin to discuss what just happened. I'm on part 5, Waxing Moon. So it's like just past page 300. So I'm over halfway. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read this book. Jesus. I barely look like I'm halfway. I don't know how I'm going to read the next 200 odd pages today. Like, I don't think I'm going to finish this today. I'm so thoroughly enjoying it though. What has just happened? Oriah is a badass. She's amazing. I love her. Things have just gotten very interesting though. I don't even know what's going to happen next. I literally have no ideas. I have no thoughts, no hypotheses. I have nothing. I'm purely just going with it at this point. But it's so good. I'm in the last 100 and a bit pages. I'm on 421 out of... Just trying not to ruin it for myself when I go through here. 578. So I've got about 150-ish pages left. That looks like a lot more than 150 pages, but whatever you say. We're going into the final battle, and I feel nervous about what's going to happen. Who's gonna die? I just don't. I'm like, I don't think people are gonna. I don't think everyone's getting out of this alive. I think someone's gonna die. I don't know who though. I think it's not gonna be a 5 stars because, especially like whenever I rate a fantasy series, like it's, obviously a romance is different. I rate like the rating system for each genre is different depending on the genre, and I compare every fantasy to A Court of Mist and Fury in terms of how that book made me feel, and I'm not quite there. But as it stands, it's probably going to be a solid 4.5. It's just not quite A Court of Mist and Fury coded. And while Rain is very Rhysand like, in his like, you know, like how Rhysand is like, Feyre is so strong, she's so capable, she's my queen, like he really just has so much faith in her. Rain is very like the same with Oriah. He has so much faith in her, and the fact he keeps being like, oh, there she is, like every time she shows that she has that strength and that she's a formidable opponent, he's like, there she is, anytime she shows that fire, and I love that. I think it's so cute. Rhysand though, just teeniest bit, but not even the teeniest bit, but I'm not gonna, he's worlds not worlds apart, but like Rhysand's here and Rain is like here, and like Cassian and Asriel we don't even know what he's like as a lover yet, or like in between. Anyway, that's my thoughts so far without spoiling anything. Okay, we are in the final 100 pages. I don't know what's happening with my top right now. It's not sitting very well on me. Anyway, final 100 pages. Well, less than 100 pages. If this goes badly, I'm still not convinced that everyone is getting out of this alive. There was just a slight romantic moment. A moment we've been waiting for this whole time. So, but it wasn't both-sided. This is single-sided, and I don't know how I feel about that now. Because now, now I'm thinking things could go wrong. Okay, let's just get into it. Okay. I will say this scene I'm reading at the minute feels very anime. Just two beings in the sky coming together in a clash of two different like coloured lights. Very anime. It's giving episode 365, is it, of Bleach? I could be completely wrong about what episode it is. It's 360 something, I'm sure. With Ichigo and Aizen, like their big face off with Ichigo's black Zangetsu. I don't know, what's it called? Yeah, his black Getsuga, sorry. His Getsuga Tensho. And Aizen's like white power. I don't know what his is called. It's giving that right now. And I'm kind of here for it. Don't know what's happening right now. It keeps going between the two of them because they're in two separate places and I don't like it. I want to stay with one or the other, even though they're happening at the same time. I get it. This really is giving anime right now. Like, anytime you watch like an action, like kind of like fantasy type of anime, like anime men in battle and women get like smashed into buildings and somehow stand back up after it, but they're like struggling a little bit. That is what this is giving right now. It's really giving like an anime fight scene, and I'm so here for it. This is making me want to rewatch Bleach, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna cry. Maybe Vincent wasn't so bad. I feel like I am right. Like, there is no... Well, there's a couple of just bad characters, don't get me wrong. But in this, everyone is morally grey. Everyone does bad things. Everyone, like, kills people. And everyone's, like, the hero of their own story. Everyone's the villain of someone else's. And it's, like, everyone is so flawed. And just, yeah, I feel like just all the characters are morally grey at the end of the day. And they're all like multifaceted and just, yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed that though. It makes it quite interesting. I've had to go and put that light on just so I've got some more light coming from behind me because I'm struggling to even read because I can't see. Anyway, well then, I was not expecting that. I feel like I look really pale right now. Anyway, yeah, was not expecting that. I have like 40 pages to go, roughly. I don't even know what to think about what just happened. I was so not expecting that, but like, I'm happy about that. And there's one thing about me that I feel in this story, in this world, I hate Nyaxia. I just don't like her. She's not for the girls, you know? That was really cute. There is like a bonus chapter that I'm gonna read, but that was so cute an ending. That was adorable. God knows what's gonna happen in the next book. Genuinely. God knows. Let me read the final chapter and I'll come back to you with thoughts. I am finished. I've just briefly read the author's note, and she says book 3 we're going to be in the House of Shadow, so that's going to be interesting to say the least. This was so good. Definitely a 4.5 stars. I am now so tired that every physical part of my being hurts, so I'm going to go to bed. I feel like I captured some of my main emotions and thoughts and feelings throughout this part of the video. I hope so anyway. I've obviously tried to not give any spoilers, so I don't really want to talk about it too much because I don't want to give spoilers, but I loved it. I think this is a good wrap up to their duet. The Nightborn, that's it, the Nightborn duet, part of the Crown of Nyaxia series. And yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. It got really like, I don't think I got anywhere near as invested of the war in this as I did in A Court of Wings and Ruin. that took a lot. But this was like really high stakes, like at all times. Like, yeah, it was just really good. I thoroughly recommend this series, especially because look how pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed, and tomorrow we're probably gonna start Reckless. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just see how that goes. Yes, I am wearing the same clothes that I was wearing last night, but I wore them last night for a couple hours after work and this morning for a couple hours before work. Let's just not judge, okay? I'm not getting ready yet. Anyway, I don't know which one to read next. I don't know whether to do Reckless or Daughter of the Siren Queen next. I think I want to do Reckless because this is fresher in my head. I cannot believe it took me technically 4 days to read The Ashes and Starcase King. I only read 50 pages on that first day, but I cannot believe it took me 4 days when I was like hoping to get it done in 2. But anyway, this book, a lot shorter than Powerless. It's not even 400 pages, 388. So, yeah, a lot shorter than Powerless. This one, I know a lot of people have said is basically like a filler book. So I am mentally prepared for it to be filler or like a... I don't know what people are expecting though. Based on how it ends, for like how Powerless ends, I don't know how you think anything is going to be resolved, even slightly in this book, because of how big that was. So we kind of need a filler book to start the healing process, I guess. And before the third book, which is going to be the big finale. So yeah, anyway, let's just get started on this morning. Okay, I've got like 92 pages in. I might have time to read for another like 10 minutes or so before I go to work. We have just hit Kit's point of view, which I'm quite surprised about. It had just gotten interesting. Like, I want to be back with Peyton or Kai right now because like stuff is happening. I suppose it's only like 3 pages. Like, it's a double page, you know, like it's not much. But yeah, I'm plot hole wise, I don't understand how Peyton's doing what she's doing right now. I'm trying not to spoil anything. Purely because I'm like, surely she should still be injured beyond belief. So I don't know how that is working together. But you know what? It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy where, what, she's 17 or something? A fantasy, like a teenage girl apparently is very capable and ridiculously powerful and able to overcome any injury. Yeah. So, I'm still not a huge fan of Kai right now. I'm not gonna lie. He's, like, it's fine. I just think he's being a bit of a plebeian. And that's all I have to say on him. Okay, I feel like this video, I haven't really talked too much. Even though I absolutely have talked to you. Anyway, we are 200 pages into Reckless. So we're over halfway. I've read like a couple chapters today. Today's Friday, just letting you know. Yeah, yesterday I probably only read 80 pages or so when I got home. I say only, 80 pages is a decent amount to read. And we're really into, like, it's, don't get me wrong, this whole book is going backwards and forwards. It's a bit of a cat and mouse game. And it is fun, but it's kind of getting boring now. And we've hit a point where maybe this cat and mouse game could be coming to an end. And there might be, I'm hoping there's some sort of, like, even the tiniest bit of a resolution coming to this story, because I feel like we need something to be resolved. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about this book. I think the plot has gotten slightly lost. I'm still enjoying it, do not get me wrong. I really am enjoying it. There's been a couple little tender moments between Peyton and Kai that are meant to, like, I don't know how to explain it. That, like, there's these tiny little glimpses of something more tender, and they're giving me life. I'm here for it. But I need something to be resolved. Just give me something. I need to finish this book with those two on more of a level understanding with each other. So I'm hoping that's what we get. But God knows what we're actually going to get. but I am really enjoying it so far. I think I probably did enjoy Powerless more. Because like I said, this book is now getting slightly repetitive of like running away, being caught, running away, being caught, running away, being caught. It's kind of like, that's what I mean by it's the plot's getting away from itself now. It's just repeating and repeating and repeating. So I'm hoping we're going to break this cycle soon. Fingers crossed, we'll find out. But yeah, that's my update so far. Okay, I'm literally like 30 or so pages from the end. This last 100 pages has made me, these two have made me tear up so many times in this last 100 pages. I'm not going to be able to handle, I don't think I can handle this book. I can't handle these people. Yeah, I'm very much, I'm like racing through this, not gonna lie. Yeah, last 30 pages. Let's see what happens, I guess. Okay. Kai? Okay. This is gonna make me cry again. I can just feel it. My eyes are already watering, for God's sake. This has gone very cliche, very rom-com. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's gone so, so cliche. But I'm kind of here for it right now. I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. I could be wrong. I'm not going to say it out loud. But I've thought about it for like the last couple of chapters now. I have a feeling of what's going to happen. And I really hope it doesn't, because I'd hate it if that's what they do. I'm not going to lie. I need to now look ahead. I'm wanting to read ahead accidentally. I need not to, because we're at the point now where what I think is going to happen might happen. I need to like hide the book from myself. I fucking knew it. I'm so unhappy. I'm so unhappy. It didn't click at first. It clicked when a name was said again, and I was like, hang on a minute, that's the person who gave him this. And that's when it clicked. And I was really hoping it wasn't going to happen. Oh my God, if I thought I didn't like Kai for being just the most pathetic, non-backboned man to ever exist, I hate him even more now. Because let's be real, Kai is pathetic. He's a weak man. He's got nothing good going for him. I just knew. Editing Charlotte here. I was meant to say Kit, not Kai, throughout that entire clip. I do not think Kai is pathetic. I do not think Kai needs to grow backbone. He kind of does a little bit. But it's Kit, I think, is ridiculously pathetic, needs to grow a backbone. Like, all of that. In my head, I remember filming that. In my head, I was saying Kit. I don't know why I've said Kai out loud. I think Kai, my heartbreak for him was just at the forefront of my brain. But I was meant to say Kate. I do not think Kai is pathetic. I just want to pop it in there. Oh my God, that is so not fair. I'm so annoyed right now. That last chapter being Kai's perspective, it was like 2 pages long, but Jesus, that got me. I feel like because it's made me do this, it should be a pretty high rating. I think I'm going to give it a 4.25. Because I hate why both books, the endings I've hated, but like because they've made me feel so much. I'm really wobbling with this right now. I don't even know how am I meant to wait now for the next one, which I've completely forgotten what it's called. Fearless, I feel like. I'm not happy. I think I need to go gather my thoughts and have my lunch. And then we will discuss this and start the next book, which is sadly not the next book in this series, because I would kind of love that right now, Lauren Roberts. Thank you. I have to say, the fact that I've decided to keep books on my desk, it just means I always have like a tripod that I can change the height of at any time. Anyway, so I have some thoughts. I've been updating my reading journal with my thoughts on Reckless, and I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with a 4.25 because I did really enjoy it. Loved the banter, loved like the sweet moments. Like I was swooning quite a bit. And it was like really quick to get into the story, which was very nice. And yeah, I think what Lauren Roberts does is she does a really good job of making you really care about the characters. So like the first half of this book, I'm just my heart is screaming for Peyton, genuinely. And the second half of this book, I'm just begging for them to be away, for them to be together. What is wrong with my hair? This is what happens like when I've just dried my hair goes really fluffy and just tangly. Anyway, yeah, I started this book hating Kai, and now I ended this book heartbroken for him. Absolutely heartbroken for him. My eyes are tearing up now just thinking about his final chapter. Yeah, I think this book, it's a good job it wasn't any longer, because it was almost it was getting to the point where it was a little bit repetitive in this like cat and mouse whatever. This whole book is basically it's kind of like this. It could have been an email, but it needed to be drawn out for there to be any resolution between the characters. So I understand that it's just the same things kept happening over and over and over again, just in different fonts, to be honest. So yeah, any longer and it would have gotten repetitive and annoying. I feel like she got it just right. Maybe it could have been a tiny bit shorter, but I'm glad it wasn't as long as Powerless, because that would have been too much. But yeah, I loved the banter. I loved like the soft moments, the times where they just let themselves just be, and like, I don't know, the times they just tried to forget about who they were to each other and in the world. I love those moments. And yeah, the ending, I'm so angry. The fact that I saw it coming, I feel like the thing is, she's done a very good job of linking things from the first book to the second book, because I'm going to put this section here is going to be a spoiler section. So I'm going to put a number here, skip to here in the video if you don't want to see or hear any spoilers, because I need to discuss this. Okay. In the first book, there's almost love triangle vibes, because obviously you got Peyton, Kit and Kai. Obviously Kit and Kai are brothers. There's not exactly, it's more of a love arrow, because there's definitely not a line between them two. But it's because both of the brothers have feelings for Peyton. But really, all we see is Peyton and Kai. Like, we can see that Kit has feelings for Peyton, but she is not reciprocating those in the slightest. I think she feels a fondness to him because she realises he's nothing like his dad, and that he has the promise of being a really good king, and he seems to be a really decent person. But Kit does not spend time with Peyton like Kai spends with Peyton, so I feel like Kit does not see Peyton for who she really is, because he's never had the chance to really spend real quality time with her. Instead, it's her feeling like she has to put on a mask because this is the future king and she has to play a role and she's just trying to survive. Whereas with Kai, she is able, yeah, she's still got to play that role of pretend to be elite. But with Kai, it's a lot more real, and there's a lot more real moments, whereas that's never a thing with Kit. So you never actually see it as a love triangle, because you understand that Peyton and Kit, it makes no sense. And then obviously I was a bit confused why we had Kit chapters, and it's because it obviously feeds you this thing when Kit gets given the box, which obviously has a ring in it, which you don't know at the time, but it's a box, like, you know. And he says the guy's name who gave him it is Callum. And then Peyton's reading her dad's journal, and there's an elite called Callum that goes up to him and is essentially feeding him information. And as soon as I read that, I went, oh, Callum's up to something. He's clearly still part of the resistance here, or there's something he's up to, but he is not on the king's side. He wants Kit to do something. And yes, it's going to keep Peyton alive, but he's kind of like hinting, marry her rather than kill her. And once I read that, I was like, oh, this person's clearly a double-sided character. He's double-crossing people. He's double-crossing someone, I don't know. But as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, I've connected the dots. Callum this has got to be the same Callum. There's no way it's a different Callum. And therefore, I was like, I have a feeling when she gets there, she's not going to be killed, because the whole thing has been building up to the fact that she's like, I'm going to be killed. Clearly she wasn't going to be, because it's the third fucking book. And no, instead it's to be married. And I'm like, oh, I hate that. And especially because literally just before that, Peyton and Kai finally like admitted that what they have is real and that they both crave it like desperately. And I was just, and then Kai, his whole last, like, it broke my heart. But I think he's just like, I don't think he fully realizes in his head that it's not like she's going into this marriage willingly. So it's not even a case of he'd have to watch her love someone else, because that's not necessarily the case, because she's literally being forced into this. I just don't understand what the reasons for that are, though. Like, I don't understand how that logically makes any sense for them to get married, aside from if he's deciding this kingdom needs to be fully changed. But he's not, because Kit is a weak little man. Like, he does not think for himself. So there's no way he's really thought to himself, oh yeah, this whole Ordinaries thing's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Why don't we bring the Ordinaries back to the kingdom and everyone live in peace? Like, he's not thinking that. And his dad would never want him to marry an Ordinary. So literally, what's he thinking? And that's because obviously Callum's put the point in his head. So yeah, I can't believe I guessed that, but also I think it really was like quite obvious. But I wonder if anyone didn't guess that was going to happen. So yeah, we're finished with Reckless now. We will be starting Daughter of the Siren Queen. I was in Waterstones yesterday. I did see the third book, and I was like, do I get this on the buy one get one half price offer? Because it was on the table. I was like, what if I don't like this book? Because I don't. The first book was a 4 stars, wasn't it? Was it 4? The first book was a 4.25. I feel like it's probably more of a 4 when I think back, like, because I compare Reckless also being a 2.25, 4.25. I probably like Reckless more. But that being said, I read the first book in one sitting and it was really fun. I think I'm just not in this story anymore. So I thought, what if I don't like this book and then I buy the third book? I don't know. I might have to go back and get it possibly tomorrow. You never even know. Yeah, we're going to be starting this book now. Okay, I've not done an update yet on Daughter of the Siren Queen. It's Sunday night. I've only read to page 119. So I read like 50-ish pages yesterday and then obviously like 60-ish today. We've only just gotten into what is the real plot, and I'm just now thinking, kind of doesn't give it away what is going on, but it hints to what you think the plot is going to be isn't the plot. Kind of. But I think it is. At the same time, it's a strange one. There's been a twist in the story, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I am enjoying it. I feel like I'm just not in the mood for it, so I haven't felt like picking it up. I don't know. I also just feel very drained, so I don't know if that's like not helping me want to pick it up, but it'll take as long as it takes. I've got till next Sunday to film this video. This is the last book of the video, so we should be finished by then when this video needs to be uploaded. So it'll just take how long it takes me to read this week. I'm perfectly happy with this month taking things a bit slower with reading, because I'm like 8 books ahead of my Goodreads schedule, so I'm pretty like confident that we're going to hit it by the end of the year. So I feel like I don't need to stress so much. It's all right. I think I said I just feel like I'm not quite in the mood for it. I'm going to go to bed. I'm possibly going to read another chapter or so of this. I think the fact the chapters are like kind of long isn't helping. Like, they're not that long, but they're not short chapters. Like, I'm nearly 120 pages in pretty much, and it is chapter 9. To me, that means long chapters. Anyway, yeah, I'll update you when I have more thoughts on this book. Yeah, I had my hair done this morning, so my roots are nice and fresh. Anyway, it's at that like weird, like kind of tangled, feels slightly like death when it first gets done. Anyway, I'm in the last like 100 pages. I'm on 131. And I believe there is roughly that many pages. Oh, this is over 130 pages. It's 338, so I've still got 107 pages to go. So we're in like the home stretch of the story now. The romance has started to kick off a little bit. I'm confused though. As far as I'm aware, the third book follows a different girl. Surinder, I want to say her name is, and Kieran, as far as I'm aware. So this romance needs sorting out in the next 100 pages. That feels like so much more than 100 pages. I don't know. Anyway, I don't have many thoughts. Like, it's fun. It's all right. I just don't think I'm like super invested. I don't think this was the book that I wanted to read at the minute. So I think when you read the book really does matter, and the mood you're in when you read a book, it really matters. So I think this would have a higher rating if I hadn't kind of forced myself to read it. But I am enjoying it when I'm reading it. I think I just feel a little bit slumpy after The Ashen is Dark as King and Reckless, to be honest. Like, they were two big, like, things. I don't know. I thought I would update you though. I will let you know my final thoughts properly once I finish this book. Okay, I finally finished the book. I'm probably going to rate it like a 3.5. I think I preferred book 1. And I just think there is a third book. I don't know if I'm going to bother reading it. I probably won't for a while at least. Because this is like... this story is at an end, if that makes sense. So I don't feel like I need to read the next one. But I might if the fancy takes me. But yeah, I'm probably going to rate it 3.5 stars. It was fun. It was piratey. It was, you know, fine. I enjoyed it. But I wouldn't say I loved it. But I do recommend the series if you want like a YA pirate story. That's all I have to say. I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. I feel like I took so long to read it that I don't even know what I thought about it, because I just wasn't that bothered. I think I just wasn't in the right mindset for this book, honestly. And you know what? That happens sometimes. Usually you should probably DNF when those times happen. So I didn't. But I will know for future. Anyway, let's get into slightly better lighting. Yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly enjoyed finally getting through some of these series, or getting more up to date with these series. I'm still not over Reckless, to be completely honest. I'm not over that ending. I'm not happy. But I will just have to wait for Fearless, I guess. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Give the video a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sorry this is jostling around because I'm holding it and I have shaky arms. Let me know if you've read the third book and if it's worth reading, because then I might give it a go. Yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.